Who is responsible for making money in a construction company? Is it a commercial team or is it operations? This is the cause of so many arguments. I see companies not making the profits that they want. The estimator gets blamed, the operational team get blamed, the QS gets blamed. So how do we get past this? In this video, I'm breaking down the roles of commercial and operational teams in driving profits. I'll also show you how to create alignment between the two to ensure your business succeeds. Profitability is the lifeblood of your business. It allows you to survive periods of out work, reinvest in your company, and get through times when jobs are going wrong or when cash flow is slow. This is what we need to remember. Profitability is a team game. It's not owned by one department. Both commercial and operations must work together to achieve it. To make money, we need to keep our costs low and our value high. So we need our teams to focus on what they can control. This means that operations is responsible for managing costs and commercial are responsible for driving value. This makes it clear for everyone. It also ensures that both teams are focused on doing what they do best. The commercial team lays the foundation for profitability. They ensure your company works on projects that align with your expertise. They're also there to make sure you get paid in full and on time. Not all projects are created equal. The wrong projects are low margin, high risk, or outside your expertise. The right projects have good margins, risks you can manage, and are aligned with your strengths. This means we need a framework to evaluate opportunities. It is also important that we provide accurate tender quotations. Underestimating costs will erode your profits before you mobilise the site. We need to pick up everything. This includes direct costs such as materials, labour, and indirect costs such as permits and overheads. It's important to use historical data to make sure that our estimates are constantly improving. Contract negotiation is also important. Your contracts are blueprints to help you make money. Poor negotiation locks you into unfavourable conditions. We need to secure favourable payment terms to maintain our cash flow. And we also need to include variation clauses which cover changes in scope. And then it's important that we do what it says in the contract. Payment delays are common in construction. It's important that we build strong client relationships and implement efficient cash flow systems. We need to push clients to make sure that we're paid on time. And we also need to negotiate with suppliers to ensure that cash going out aligns with cash coming in. The role of operations is to keep costs down. They have to ensure that the project is delivered efficiently and within budget. So the operations team needs to be given a clear budget that aligns with the tender. The goal is to deliver within these constraints even when there are challenges. It's also important that we carry out real-time cost tracking. We need to set up systems to monitor costs. This allows us to make immediate changes to get the budget back on track. Resource management is also important. Waste is the enemy of profitability. Badly managed materials or stand-in labour can destroy margins. We have to forecast our needs and constantly track how we use our resources. And we also have to manage risk. Risk isn't a surprise event, it's just another tender item. This means we need to plan for it. Our budget needs a risk contingency. And we also need to be proactive to address risks like delays, scope changes, and unforeseen site conditions. But getting the departments to work efficiently is only the first step. The deal is you will only be profitable if the commercial and operational teams work together. One team sets the vision, the other brings it to life. But why does collaboration matter? Well, what happens when teams operate on their own? The commercial team might win unrealistic projects, and the operations team might focus on deadlines at the expense of margins. So we need to ensure we are aligned. This requires joint planning. Both teams need to collaborate during the pre-construction phase. We also need to have shared metrics. We need to measure success based on project profitability, not just individual metrics. And we also need feedback loops. After every project, we need to review what worked and what didn't. And then finally, leadership is the glue that holds it all together. Ultimately, leadership is responsible for aligning commercial and operations. The leadership needs to set a clear vision. They must define target project margins and acceptable profit types. They also need to empower collaboration. This means encouraging cross-departmental training and regular joint meetings. We also need to reward teamwork. We need to incentivise overall company performance, not just individual success. In conclusion, profitability is about clarity, collaboration and execution. The commercial team must maximise value while the operational team must minimise costs. When the two teams collaborate under a strong leadership, profitability is not just achievable, it becomes inevitable.